I'm at 2504. This is a short video about your project one. So project one is due at the end of week 9. And that means that you should pretty much start on it straight after the quiz. You have week 8 to work on in whole and week 9 to work on it in whole. The content for the project will be taught by Dr. Paul Verbeek. By the end of Tuesday, September 10th, on week 8, you will know how to do, well, you will have the background material for most of the questions. And then you'll need to do a bit more. You'll get a bit more content on week 9. So it is tight. I must say that we've reduced the content of the project in comparison to last year because there is a bit less time. We just want you to get project one in before the semester break so you can get a complete break from the course during the semester break. I'm sure you have other things to tend to as well. So the project is about computer algebra of polynomials. The tutorials will start on that, well, on the general aspect of the project already in this week, in week 7. So that will be practical E, tutorial E. And what you need to do in this project is you need to make a copy of this repository. And the way you do it formally is you need to mirror this repository. So you make your own repository that will have this code. Now, this repository already has some working code. What you're doing is you're improving this code, adding functionality to it, and experimenting with it. Okay, so here I have this repository on my computer, and I have 2504 2024 project one. And I'm going to run Julia, and then I'll put it I'll activate the current directory as the current environment. And I can also do instantiate, although I don't need to do that. But you can do that because if you have packages that are in this project that are not in your system, instantiate will get them going. Okay, so that's distributions in StatSpace. All right, so you just need to do activate dot and instantiate. A different way, by the way, to do that would just be to do Julia dash dash project, and that actually starts Julia with your current directory as a project. Okay, now to get the functionality of the project going, what you need to do is you need to run this, which is include the polyfactorization project.jl. And now you can do all kinds of things. You can do stuff like x poly, you can do x equals x poly, and then look, I can do 3x plus 2x squared, and that's a new polynomial, okay? So you manipulate polynomials, and these are the types of things you do. There is an example script that shows you all kinds of functionality that already works with this code that we've given you, and you're going to improve this code. Okay. Now, importantly, you're going to do test-driven development. And for this, you can do include test, run test.jl. This is not the most formal way of testing, but that is something that you will do. Okay. Now, this is a test that failed, right? And the reason that it failed is that I actually tampered with my project. I'll put it back in the way that it was, so that it was when it should have been when I downloaded it. So I'm just going to do vi polyfactorization project.jl, and this was something I tampered with. So I assume I didn't tamper with it, and now I'm running the tests again, and now we'll see the test passing. So when you download project one, you'll see things like this: test passing, test passing. Now, as you make changes to the project, you should run the tests again and again like this, all right, and hope that they pass. And if you broke something and the tests don't pass, then that means that something is broken. You want to fix it. Okay, so the tests are still running, and it's doing a few complicated things with the polynomials in this case. That's what's happening. Right now, in terms of your project questions, my suggestion is to get right away into doing the type of things I've done. So actually mirroring the repository, creating your repository, inviting the course, do that right away. And then in this week, you can do task 1 and task 2. You don't even need the lectures for that. And you can also do task 3. Then when you get to next week's lecture, you'll be, by the end of next week's lecture, be able to do task 4 and task 5. And then in the final week, task 6 and task 7. So that's the suggested pace for the project. I hope you find this project exciting. It might be an interesting thing to actually get into code base that somebody else has written. In this case, it's mostly Paul Verbeek and myself, and we've modified this code over the years. And it's purposely not the best code. It's not the worst, but it's also not the best. Okay. So one of your tasks this week is already to understand this code base, understand the syntax, understand what's going on, and you're going to add to that and modify it with the various tasks. Okay, good luck. By the way, you're all doing the quiz at the moment, so good luck with that too. Bye.